2025 F1 is back.
We're back, baby.
We're going to talk about the 2025 F1 season coming
Formula
up.
One coming at ya.
Welcome to the United States of Formula One.
Kicking off that 2025 season, we are back. No more off-season, little bit of things to talk about, rule changes, who's going where. We are getting into it. We're getting ready for Australia. But before we get into that, let's talk about testing.
We all want to talk about testing. I also want to mention that I was very sick of talking about basketball and sports that we just don't really care about anymore.
I could do hockey a little bit. The Four Nations was awesome.
That was fun.
Hockey, I can do with football, but yeah, the basketball I was struggling with, and we were scraping. We were looking for content for everybody.
Yes.
And now we got the content that you want, that we kind of know.
Yeah. Join us next week, WNBA special. Just kidding. We're going to get right into F1. We're going to get right into F1.
Okay.
Let's talk about testing.
So testing. Obviously, we know they're going to do testing before the season starts. What was this? The end of February. It was a week or so ago in Bahrain.
Yeah.
3 days of testing. What did you think? Any surprising? I mean, obviously, you're not going to have the best racers aren't necessarily going to be putting the best time. They're tweaking the cars. They're putting in different programs.
Yeah, everybody's running a different program. So Haas the first day just basically shit the bed. You can't really say that, though, because I put him pretty high. But you can't, nobody knows. Nobody knows.
Haas is finishing 10th. So.
First day, my man, this guy right here.
Mando Lando.
He finishes first. Does well.
Can I say?
Finishes first.
Can I say?
What?
That I have Mando Lando winning the championship this year. You would have seen our shows here. We posted our top 10, 11 through 20 in our Constructors' Cup. I have Lando winning it all. Not because of you, but because I think he's due. He's ready.
Due. If you haven't watched those episodes, they're fantastic. The man behind the camera actually comes and joins us and makes his picks. He thinks they're better than ours. They're not.
No.
They're not.
No. Boogie's an idiot.
Isaac Hajar is going to kill it this season.
He can't hear. Yes, I have Hajar finishing 6th. He made fun of me. He can't hear us right now, so it doesn't matter.
But McLaren,
he's right there.
Lando Norris, first place, day 1.
Okay.
Now, if you look really closely, go to the next slide. There's some.
It looks like green slime. Was this like a Nickelodeon or
this was Nickelodeon.
Ghostbusters?
Yeah. You know when you sit there and they put the slime on top of you?
Yeah.
They do the same thing with the cars.
Or with what is it? Not Egon. Who was it that got slimed?
They were Ghostbusters?
Yeah, Venkman. Pete Venkman got slimed by Slimer. But look, you look up there, you got the that little gun they're shooting. What's that green shit they're throwing all over
So that's, in all honesty, that's called Flow-Viz. Now they spray that all over the vehicle. Basically, when they go around the track, it's going to show kind of how the aerodynamics go and be able to like adjust the car. And
so that was just for testing.
It's just for testing.
They sprayed it on there so they could get an idea of what needs tweaked, what fender do we need to move a little bit.
Yes.
Okay. I like it. That's kind of cool.
It is. McLaren.
You don't seem excited, but I like it.
They all hid the car. They didn't want anybody to see kind of where their green slime was. So big takeaway, day 1, Kimi Antonelli was actually ahead of his rookie rival, Liam Lawson. Now, I know on our picks, I did not do that, so we'll see. Again, it's testing. It is testing.
Testing, 1, 2.
The funniest thing of day 1, funniest thing. Next slide.
Okay.
What is that?
Okay. I saw this myself.
Yes.
So they're in Bahrain.
Yes.
They're getting ready, day 1 testing. And has there ever been a red flag?
For the short bus?
At all during testing, maybe, I guess.
No.
So explain why this bus is on the track.
It's basically I don't know how many people are in there. I was trying to look through the tinted windows, but it's giving a tour of the track. Unfortunately, it was giving a tour of the track while there was race cars on it.
So it wasn't like a tour of Bahrain. This was specifically...
Yeah.
a Formula One racetrack tour. People paid money.
Yes.
But obviously the guy driving this bus didn't get the memo that they were actually wanting to run their cars
I
at
think
this
he
point.
thought, he was like, it's probably safe for me to just go ahead and do my thing.
It's probably good to go.
And the FIA said, negatory. We got to call it.
I kind of like it. Maybe that looks like a decent model. Maybe that's what the cars are going to look like in 26. It's decent. Okay.
So day 2.
Day 2. Let's get through testing a little quicker. Let's go.
Okay, our man behind the camera, Sainz, finishes top.
Okay.
Okay, day 3, George Russell
So that was quick.
on top.
Okay.
Now we're off to the
Okay.
more important things
That got real quick all of a sudden.
that are happening
Okay.
in Formula One.
Yes.
Cataracts.
America.
America.
Team number 11, officially determined. We're going to have racers 21 and 22.
Yes.
And is this for the 26 season?
This is for 26.
So we're going to have the new cars in 26, and Cadillac's going to be one of them.
Yes.
Real quick. Who are the 2 racers going to be?
The 2 races. My stomach. I haven't ate all day.
Hold
I
on.
apologize.
What did your stomach say? His stomach said...
I need some Chipotle.
He said...
Yeah.
Sergio Perez?
No.
Okay.
Possibly. Possibly. Actually, there's some top runners.
Who are your
front
2
runners.
predictions?
Colton Herrera,
Okay.
IndyCar driver who doesn't have a super license yet. So
He's got some work to do
He's going to
before
have to
he-
get that
Okay.
somehow. Valtteri Bottas, Daniel Ricciardo.
Okay, here's who I say. I say Bottas and Perez. I say Bottas
Whoa,
and
whoa,
Perez,
whoa.
day 1 Cadillac drivers.
They are going, being an American team, they're going to want one American driver.
They'll have him as a reserve. They'll have a young guy as a reserve, and they'll be ready to yank Perez.
Just be the face?
Because it'll be like, let's put Perez out there and then yank the Gulf of Perez, and then we'll put the American guy in there. That's totally their goal.
So we got the Gulf of Perez,
Yes.
and then the Gulf of Valtteri Bottas,
No, Bottas is going to stay there. And then who's your young guy that you were saying that's an IndyCar driver right
the
now?
Gulf of America, Colton Herrera.
Yeah. Regardless, who was the most excited about Cadillac?
Yeah, this guy.
Salami. Mohammed?
Did you say salami?
Yes.
Yes.
I think it's Salayam.
Salayam. Yeah.
Yeah, Mohammed Ben Salayam. He's the FIA president. But no, here's my problem with him. First of all, he's a dick.
Yeah.
He's causing so many problems. And then he's been blocking teams, and now all of a sudden Cadillac has a team and he wants to act like he's happy.
Yeah, he's like, I
not
did
happy.
this. I did this.
He didn't do shit.
Yes, he did. He wore an awesome hat.
He's fine. They're in. America's in.
Yes.
He causes nothing but grief for FIA. We bitch about him every single week and the decisions he makes. But you got to have someone in charge. It's kind of like FIFA. Everyone bitches about FIFA and soccer. Someone has to do it. No one, most of the fans don't like Goodell, but you know who does? The owners. They make money.
They do. So Salami's in.
Salami.
We're going to the first race in 2025. Just so happens to be in Australia.
Move out of the way so you can see.
Australia.
First race in Australia, and it is the Louis Vuitton Australian Grand Prix.
Yes.
Formerly the Rolex Grand Prix.
Yes.
It is now the Louis Vuitton. So we're staying in that upper echelon, a kind of store that you can go to, the Bellagio, and get your girl or your dude and something nice and cute.
Yeah. You can watch NASCAR and it would be the Busch Light 2000.
Yes.
But nobody cares
The
about
Louis
that.
Vuitton Australian Grand Prix, and it is race 1, and we are stoked beyond belief. Now, last year,
Yes.
who won this race?
Carlos Sainz.
Carlos Sainz. We disrespected him a little this year on where we say he's going to finish. Boogie was a little butthurt by that.
Yes. I give him respect. He's a great driver. I hope he brings Williams to a higher echelon. Which
That's the problem.
I think he could, but I just...
When he won last year in this race, who was he racing with?
Ferrari.
Okay, do you think there's a difference between a Ferrari and a Williams car? I do. I think there's a slight difference. I think he's a good racer, but yeah, I don't. Who had the fastest lap last year?
Ferrari.
Charles Leclerc had the fastest lap. He got a point for it last year. He will not this year. So he has the record all-time of fastest lap last year at this track.
Yep.
So they'll still record that for purposes of record book.
Yeah, for record.
You and I hated that. That was our biggest disagreement with what the 7 rule changes they made. We both agreed that the cheating wing that Ferrari and McLaren were doing needed to go away. And that's going to be locked up tight.
Allegedly.
Oh, give us that point for fastest lap. I was excited about it.
So, I mean, 2 DRS zones.
Yes. I like the 3, but 2's all right. They're not huge either, are they?
Not really. So, I mean, I'm hoping for an exciting race. Prediction-wise,
Let's
it's hard. We did not watch. I mean, basically, all we're going to go off of this last year and green paint testing from this year. So it's going to be hard to make predictions, but I already know mine. It's going to be super easy.
Okay.
It's going to be orange and red.
So you're having the podium as all orange and red.
All orange and red this year.
Can you tell me who those 3 racers will be?
Lando Norris, Piastri, and Lewis Hamilton in his first race for Ferrari.
You have Lando Norris winning it?
Do I have to say that?
No. So you have both McLarens on the podium?
Both McLarens on the podium and Lewis Hamilton on the podium. I would rather not do first, second, and third. It's a little harder. If I do it this way, they can be kind of flippity-floppied, and it could make more sense. Now, we will make a video on predictions after qualifying this weekend.
It's hard to predict now before qualifying, but I think it's nice. Let's throw this out there. So you're saying 2 McLarens and a Ferrari.
Yes.
I have Ferrari winning the Constructors' Cup, but I do have Lando winning the championship.
Okay.
I'm going to agree with you.
Really?
I'm going to say all red and orange, but I'm going to say Hamilton,
When's his debut race?
Leclerc, and Lando on the podium. I'm not going to say Hamilton's going to win, but I think we have both Ferraris on the podium with Lando. And I have Piastri finishing.
I like that. So you got 2 reds and an orange. I got 2 oranges
and a red. I like that. We're saying Red Bull, Verstappen. Whoops, who are you? Forgot about you already. Mercedes, Aston Martin, like I said.
So no offense on Verstappen, but he did say already that his car was not up to spec for testing and that the cars to beat were orange. So that's why I'm going to put 2 oranges in front of him. And if his car is not up to spec, Ferrari was as close to them last year. So I'm going to say Verstappen doesn't finish on the podium.
We both are.
On the first race.
Red and orange,
and
baby.
I can't even tell you how long that's been. Oh, I don't know. It's
less than a week away. We're going to watch it. We're excited about it.
Yep.
And like you said, we'll bring you some predictions for your DraftKings or whatever betting source you have after. So we'll do that on Saturday evening.
So we are in America.
Early Sunday morning race, 3 a.m. in Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, I was going to say we are. So the first 3 races of the year we won't be able to watch live because they're on at 3 a.m. and I'm not.
Speak for yourself.
Or qualifying. So after the first 3 weeks, we will be going live possibly for qualifying live during the race. So follow us.
We're watching it
live on TikTok and YouTube.
If we can do that. If we're watching it live, we'll go live. Otherwise, we'll just give you our betting predictions after qualifying for this week for sure.
Join us next week for results.
So excited for Formula One. Love ya.
Follow us on YouTube at the United States of F1, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at United States F1. Copyright Brugman Media Limited 2025.